What is that? Z1030F group. Or else let me create Z1030. Sorry, what I have to create? Function group. Okay, let me check this. Yeah, Z1030 group is already there, but I don't know whether it contains all. Okay, I'll use this. What is that? Z1030 group is a function group. So I'll use the same function group. So I'll go to function builder SC37. I'll give the function model name as, since it is a custom, you have to start with what? Z or what? Y. Z vappy underscore 1030 underscore insert underscore what? En. Understood? So first step is I'm creating what? Function model. I'm going to create the function model using what? VAPI standards. Is it clear? Z VAPI underscore 1030 insert EMP. Create. What is the function group? Z1030 group. I'll provide some description. VAPI function model to insert what? To insert employee records. Okay, save it. It is reserved for SAP. Done. So, what is the other standard? Where I saved it? Oh, sorry. I saved it in what? $TL, but it should be stored in what? Package. Okay. Now, how to move this to package? Huh? Correct. Go to object directory entry. Understood? Yeah. What I have to do? What is the package? Z1030 pack. Z1030 pack. Okay, I can choose the same request or I can go for new request. Right? Continue. So it is stored in a transportable package. What happened? Not changed. Huh? Yeah. Okay. Z1030 pack. So what is the other standard? Should be what? Remote enabled. I'll choose remote enabled. I'll go to import. I have to pass the work area now. So I'll say I underscore EMP. Type. What is our table name? Z1030 EMP. Understood? So can I call it as a work area? Yes. It is referring to what? A table. It is referring to a table. So it's nothing but a work area. Done. I have to pass by what? Value. Pass by value. Done. Then I'll take what? Export parameter, return, type what? Copy, return. Okay, reference parameters are not allowed. So I have to choose what? Pass by value. Is it clear? So this is the signature of my function model. It is having one import parameter referring to my table structure and one export parameter referring to what? VAPI return. Clear? Then I'll go to our source code. Right? What is the logic? Insert. What is the table? Z1030 EMP from I underscore EMP. Understood? Insert database table from work area. Clear? If size of ours is equal to 0, we are having a parameter return of type what? VAPI return. In this, we have one of the field is type now, which will store success, error, or warning, whatever it is. So here I'll say if size of r is equal to 0, I'll say return hyphen type is equal to what? Success. Else I'll say return hyphen type is equal to what? Error. And done. Is it clear? So save this, check for the syntax, and done. So my function model is created using the VAPI standards. Let me test it here. So when I execute I underscore EMP, I'll prepare the data. I'll do 10 Rajesh and what? Manager. This is the data in my work area. Let me execute. What is written? Success. Right? Then I'll insert one more record. Again, I'll do 10. I'll say Rajesh 1, Manager 1. What is the key field in the table? Employee number. Okay, so I'll just execute this. I got what? Error. So not working. Okay. Done. Execute this success. So overall, how many records we inserted? 2 records. So if you see the table, this table has got 2 records. Then we got 10, 20. Am I clear? So any questions so far? Clear? So we have created the BAPI function model, and we can write the ABAP program to call the function model. That anyhow we know. Let me call otherwise. So C38 Z call what? Custom BAPI. Call custom BAPI function model. Then so what is the signature of the function model? It is having one work area, na? So data w underscore emp type what? Z1030 emp. I want to read it from the user. So I'll just say p underscore what? Employee number type Z1030 employee number. Next p underscore employee name type Z1030 emp employee name. P underscore designation type Z1030 emp hyphen what? Emp desig. Then I'll say w underscore emp for employee number equal to p underscore. Understood? I'm assigning the data to my work area. P underscore ename and emp desig is equal to what? P underscore desig. Then I'll call the function model. So I'll go to pattern. What is that? Z battery underscore 1030 underscore insert underscore em. It returns the status, so I want to receive it. W underscore what? Return type what? W return. I underscore emp equal to W underscore emp. Importing return is equal to W underscore return. Okay, then here I'll say if W underscore return hyphen what? Type is equal to what? Success. Okay, I'll just give a message. Record inserted type or information message. Else if return of type equal to what? Error. I'll say record not inserted. Record not inserted. Done. Listen. Huh? Type equal to what? E. Record not inserted. Yeah, anything is fine. So when I execute, I enter some employee number 77. Record inserted. Okay. Record inserted. Record not inserted. Understood? Because employee number 10 is already available. Right? So my table as of now contains how many records? Some 4 records. Go to SC11. If you see the table, yes, it has got some 4 records. Done? So any questions so far? Here? Right. So what is the next job now? So if I stop now, I can call this function model only from ABAP environment. But as I told, our customer might contain what? Business partners who might run their business on what? Non-SAP systems. The same functionality I want to access from the legacy application. Directly I cannot access because this function model is developed in what language? ABAP language. So what I have to do? I need to create an API method as part of a business object and integrate the API method with what? BAPI function model. So the next step is what? Create the business object integrating the function model with what? API. Done. So for this, we use the T code what? SW over. SW over. Am I clear? So before that, yeah, if I go to SW over, what is the one of the standard business object we know? Bus 1011. Understood? So if I display this, yeah, if I display this, yeah, this is the object type. Okay, this is object type. This object type contains what? Some what? What is the business object here? Bank. Business object is what? Bank. It contains what? Some API method. So now our agenda is what? We have to build our own business object. Okay, so I'll give the name as Z1030. Z1030 Z10, remember the name, okay? Z1030 D type is a name, business object type, okay? Z1030 D type. Done. I'll click on what? Create. If I display, what is saying is not defined. So let us create the object type. So I'll click on create. Done. It is asking what? Super type. So everything here is object oriented. Object oriented. So in object oriented, we have inheritance concept, superclass and what? Subclass. It is asking whether you want to inherit from what? Existing object type. I don't want to inherit anything from existing object type. I want to create independent object type. So I'll not give any super type. Anyhow, tick mark is not there here now. So it indicates what? Optional. It is not mandatory. Am I clear? So I'm ignoring this particular super type. Then it is asking what? Object name. So in earlier example, bus 1011 is what? Object type. Under that, what is the object name? We have bank. Similarly, here also I have to give what? Object name. I'll give the object name as Z1030 department. Z1030 department. Understood? Or Z1030 department object, some name. Okay, remember the name. This is Z1030 D type. This is Z1030 department object name. Again, this should be some unique name, so you can give any name. I'll give it as something 1030, or simply I'll say Z1030 department. Try to give different names. If you give same name, again we'll have a confusion what is what. That's the reason I'm giving different. I can use same names also, but just to avoid confusion, I am wantedly giving a different name. So object type is what? Z1030 D type. Object name is Z1030 department object, and the name I give something description, some description. I'll give it as something 1030 department object program. So at the background, some program will be generated. I'll give the program name as Z1030 Z1030 department program. Some name. Okay. So we are not concerned about this. Then it is asking for what? Application. So here it is asking this business object we are trying to create on behalf of which module? Which module? Okay. If you browse this, so here you can see if you are doing it for what? Module, you will choose what? HR, you will choose something like this. Sales, you will choose something like this. Okay. If I choose star, it indicates it is not dependent on any module. It's a generalized business. I can choose any of the thing, it doesn't matter. I'll choose what? Star, which indicates what? It is not specific to any module. Okay. So I'm choosing star. So remember the names. Object type is Z1030 D type. Object name is Z1030 department object, and name I guess answer. Done. I'll click on continue. Right? Right? Naresh, any problem? Boring, huh? Right. The story will start when you attend interviews. That's the reason I'm repeating. Okay? Right. So I'll click on what? Continue. Don't focus on the navigations part. Okay? Continue. Done. It is asking for the package. Let me save it in the package. Done. Right. So this is object type. Now you can see under this, okay, we have, if you go to method section, by default it is showing you what? Two methods. By default it is showing two methods: existence check and what? Display. Okay. And how do we access the methods? Generally by using object. Na? What is the object name here? Z1030 department object, which I gave in the previous screen. What is the object type? Z1030 D type. Object type you understand like a class. This is nothing but an instance. Nothing but what? Object. Okay. So Z1030 department object dot method name. These two methods are given by you SAP itself. So we need not worry about it. Now our agenda is what? As part of the business object, you have to create what? API method. So by default, two methods are there. I'll select these methods. I need to add what? Our own method. Okay, so I'll choose go to, or I'll choose utilities. Clear, I'll choose methods, choose utilities, API methods what? Add method. Okay, API methods, add method. So when I choose this, it is asking the function model name. What is the function model? Z BAPI underscore. If I press F4, it will show thousands of this. Okay, I don't want to waste time. Okay, anyhow, we know that, right? So Z BAPI underscore 1030 underscore what? Insert underscore EM. Am I clear? So I'm proposing the function model. For which function model we are trying to create what? API method. Now when I continue, it will check whether the standards are fine or not. If any of the standard is violated, it will give error in the next step. It will not allow you to go to what? Next step. So when you're practicing, what you do is you try to violate any of the condition, like don't start the function model name with what? BAPI underscore, try to give some other name, or try to store it in what? Some local object, and then check what happens. Okay. So if I click on continue, if all the standards are fine, it will take you to what? Next step. Am I clear? So I'll click on continue. Done. So I'm getting the next step in the sense, next screen in the sense, all the standards are what? Fine. So for this function module, what is the API method is proposing? ZBAPI insert EM. Z, I and E are in uppercase. ZBAPI insert EM. Am I clear? So API method is proposed by SAP itself. If you want, we can change it, but let us not disturb it. Done. What is the signature of this function model? It has got two parameters. Signature means what? Parameters. What are the two parameters? I underscore EMP. Okay. One second, I'll just cancel this. 1 second. What is the function model I created? Z1030 underscore employee. Na? So I'll do one thing. I'll give the name as E type. Some name. Okay. Z1030 what? E type create. Object name I'll give it as Z1030 what? EMP object. I'll give the name as something Z1030 EMP. I'll give the description 1030 employee object. Provide the program name. I'll give some program name. Okay, and what is this? Star. Same thing. Okay, Z1030 E type, Z1030 EMP OBJ. I can give any names. Continue. Done. Package only. Done. Done. Okay, it will by default proposes what? Two methods. Choose methods. Propose the API method. I'll give the function model name ZBAPI underscore 1030 insert EMP. Continue. I got the next method. What is the method name? ZBAPI insert EMP. Right. What is the signature of this function model? One import parameter and one export parameter. What are the parameter names? I underscore EMP and return. I underscore EMP and return. So if you have the parameters at the function model level, at the method level also we should have what? Parameters. Okay. So when I don't click on continue here, don't click on continue, click on what? Next step. Okay. So when I click on next step, see here. At the function model name, at the function model level, what are the parameter names? I underscore EMP and return. At the method level, it is proposing the parameter names as what? I, EMP and what? Return. If you want, you can change it. Otherwise, just ignore it. Am I clear? These are the parameter names at function model level, and these are the parameter names at what? Method level, proposed by whom? By SAP itself. So this first parameter is what? Import of type what? Z1030M.